During the 1990, there was a lot of similarities between India and China. During the 1990, Indian economy was a just 320 billion economy. During the 1990, China economy was a 360 billion economy. But right now, China, which is second largest economy in the world, and it has got 14 trillion economy. Indian economy is a 3 trillion economy. Over the last 30 years, China has outperformed India in a bigger margin. The major reason is China was a global manufacturing hub. That's the reason China it is able to outperform India in a bigger margin. But right now situations are completely changing. After COVID pandemic, every global company they want to reduce the dependency from China. That's the reason now India will become a global manufacturing hub. Now India will grow like a China. Hello friends, this is Vijay and welcome back to my channel. Friends, in this video, I would like to discuss about how India will grow like a China. There are many factors which will help India to grow like a China. As well as I would like to discuss about one mid-cap category mutual fund. Friends, you can stay till the end because you'll be learning a lot in this video. Let's get started. The first point is demographic factors. Friends, India has got 1.4 billion plus population, wherein 70% of population which is young. As well as if you look at the Indian median age which is 28, if you look at the US and China which is 38, if you look at the UK which is 40, if you look at the Japan which is 48, for the next 10-15 years these countries they are going to struggle with regards to the productivity. But if you look at the India which is completely different, India has got highest young working population as well as median ages which is 28. Over the next 10-15 years India is going to be the highest productive country in the world. That's the reason India is expected to grow very faster in the future. Friends, as India has got 1.4 billion plus population, automatically there is a huge demand for consumption. When I say consumption, it includes food, education, entertainment, healthcare, hospitality, the list will go on. Friends, next 10-15 years in India, consumption is going to be a biggest growth driver. There is a data suggests that now India is going to be a third largest consumer market after US and China by 2030, which is expected to reach 4 trillion. Six factors which are driving the Indian consumer market. To increasing income level. Nowadays people are earning good amount of money and people are ready to spend. Just 10-15 years back, our life was very limited because our income was very limited. We used to purchase groceries in a kirani stores and we used to shop in a local market. But right now, situations are completely changed. Now we are going to shopping complex. Now we are buying a branded clothes because nowadays people are earning good amount of money and people are ready to spend. Highest young working population. India has got 1.4 billion plus population, wherein 70% of population which is young. Where there is a highest young working population, demand for product and service will increase, which will fuel the consumption in India. Urbanization. In India, still 65% of population which lives in the rural part. But nowadays, more and more people are moving from rural part to cities because of better job opportunities. When more and more people will come to the cities, the demand will create demand for food, education, entertainment, healthcare, and real estate. To premiumization. Premiumization is one of the biggest trend in India. What do you mean by premiumization? Premiumization is nothing but updating our lifestyle. I would like to use some of the example. Earlier, we used to have normal mobile phone. Later, we switched to Android version. Nowadays, people are switching from Android version to Apple mobile phone. For that, we call it as a premiumization. Nowadays, people are switching from normal watch to a branded watch. Normal cars to branded cars. For that, we call it as a premiumization. Friends, because of premiumization, in 2023, 1 crore Apple mobile phone has been sold in India. To digitalization, the digital revolution in India, which is just started, still there is a long way to go. Indian retail industry, nowadays it has become a e-commerce industry. Nowadays everybody has smartphone, everybody has internet. Because of this, whatever they want, they can easily order online. Thanks to the technology which will fuel the consumption in India. Easy credit access. Friends, if you want to buy anything, amount is very much required. Without amount, you cannot buy anything. So nowadays, if you want the credit, nowadays banks and NBFCs are ready to give the credit. That's the reason person who is earning 10,000 rupees per month, he is able to purchase a Apple mobile phone which is worth of 1 lakh rupees. Nowadays, person he is earning 50,000, he is able to purchase luxury cars because of credit. Because of these all the point, consumption is going to be a biggest theme in India. Second point is infrastructure development. Nowadays, India is one of the fastest growing economy in the world, and India is going to be a third largest economy after US and China. If India wants to grow, if India wants to become a third largest economy, infrastructures has to be developed. Without building a good infrastructures, India cannot grow. India cannot become a third largest economy. Infrastructure is like a backbone for every economy. Without building a good infrastructures, country cannot grow. Country cannot be developed. To build the good infrastructures, Indian government has allocated 10 lakh crore in Union Budget 24 and 25. As well as Modi ji is saying that by 2047, India has to become a developed economy. So that's the reason they are aggressively focused on building good infrastructures. If you look at the road network over the last 10 years, the length of the national highway, it has been increased by 59%. In 2014, India has got 91,000 kilometer national highway. Right now, we have got 1,45,000 kilometer national highway. Now, India is second largest road network in the world. Before 2014, the national highway construction per day in India, it was 12 kilometer. Right now, national highway construction in India per day, which has been increased to 29 kilometer. And Nitin Gadkari, he says that the toll system in India, which is going to be removed, and satellite-based toll system will be implemented very soon. If you look at the railway network, Indian Railway, which is one of the largest mass transportation in India, making fourth largest in the world after USA, China, and Russia. For the last 10 years, the government has improved a lot with regards to railway station and railway infrastructures. Government is planning to expand Vande Bharat train. Government is planning to launch 3,000 plus new trains in next 5 years. Government is also working with regards to bullet train, so which is going to launch between Mumbai and Ahmedabad by 2026. It is going to complete it. Government is also planning to develop a metros also. With regards to aviation industry in India, which has been growing very faster. Government has a lot of focus on with regards to the aviation industry. Indian government has a lot of focus on building a good infrastructure with regards to Indian aviation industry. Government is planning to invest 1 lakh crore in airport. Nowadays, Indian government has a lot of focus on building a good infrastructures. Government is building road, highway, bridge, railway station, airport. Because infrastructure is like a backbone for every economy. Without building a good infrastructures, India cannot grow. India cannot become a third largest economy. That's the reason nowadays Indian government has a lot of focus on building a good infrastructures. Next one is Make in India and China Plus One strategy. After COVID pandemic, every global company they want to reduce the dependency from China and they are looking for alternative of China. Now India will become a global manufacturing hub. So that's the reason nowadays Indian government has a lot of focus on manufacturing industry. To support the manufacturing industry, government has announced PLI scheme, production linked incentive, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and government is also building good infrastructure as well as there is a availability of skilled and low cost labor force. That's the reason over the next 10-15 years India can become a global manufacturing hub. Friends, when India grows, when India become a third largest economy, mid-cap category stocks, they are going to benefit a lot in this journey. Because if you compare with a large cap and small cap, mid-caps are neither small nor too big. That's the reason in this journey, mid-cap category stock, they are going to benefit a lot. Friends, now I would like to discuss about one mid-cap category mutual fund, which is HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. Over the last 15 years, the fund has been a biggest wealth creator for many investors. Friends, in this video, I would like to discuss more about this fund. Friends, you can stay till the end because you'll be learning a lot in this video. Let's get started. HDFC Midcap Opportunities Fund, which was launched in 2007. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 60,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.20%. If you look at the NAV, which is 190. If you look at the asset allocation, 92% of allocation into equity market, 8% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 12% of allocation into large cap, 65% of allocation into mid cap, 15% of allocation into small cap. Fund has got good diversification across the market capitalization. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 20% of allocation into finance, 15% of allocation into consumer discretionary, 12% of allocation into healthcare, 10% of allocation into materials, 8% of allocation into information technology. If you look at the top 10 holdings, Indian Hotel, Tata Communication, Apollo Tyre, Max Financial Services, Max Healthcare Institute Limited, Federal Bank, Indian Bank, IFCA Lab, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation and Coports Limited. If you look at the fund manager, Chirag Shettlewada is the fund manager. He has got good amount of experience in the industry. If you look at the return since inception, the fund has generated 20% of return, which is very good. 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 20 lakh, market value will become 1 crore 40 lakh rupees. This is how this fund has created huge wealth for many investors. Friends, in this video we have discussed about how India will grow like a China, as well as we have discussed about HDFC Midcap Opportunities Fund. Friends, I hope you find this video useful. If you like this video, please to subscribe, please to share it with your community. If you require any help with regards to the mutual fund investment, you can contact me in the below link. Thank you so much.